Alright, yeah, so that dropped. My internet sucks for streaming. So let's see, I think everything above here I can sell. Yeah, I don't know how long this one will be up, but yeah, my internet just sucks for it. But yeah, like I was saying, the free content, it's pretty much your apostles, your extreme raids, your supreme raids. Um, you know, those. I think the apostles were meant to be the monthly raids we were supposed to have, but that's just what they turned into was apostles. But like I said, they didn't have to. They didn't have to, waste more money doing that, but they still did. They wanted to give to the players. Yeah, there are some things that can be changed for like a better quality of life. A storage chest. I've been asking for a storage chest forever. Um, but they're most likely not going to do it now, considering they're pretty much done with AL and nobody seems to play this game anymore. And the fact that they're working on Last Recollection, so it's sad because I really do love this game. It's sad to see it end, but it's also good because I can at least do something else. Yeah, that's one thing right there is the apostles all being one kill at a time. In the beginning, it was okay because the level cap wasn't too high. It was reasonable, and we didn't have many apostles back then. But I don't know what they're. I don't want to do these apostles anymore. I really don't. Like I've been debating so hard on whether I should get them done or just never do them, or like just come back years later and do it. Corpse Reborn. What is this one? Oh, that's Skull Reaper. I'll go to Gleam Eyes. Gleam Eyes here, yeah, here. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, they did the same thing in Hollow Realization, and I think Hollow Fragment. I'm not too sure about Hollow Fragment, but they added such a high like farming thing, and then they ended up reducing it later on. But I don't know. You and friends came back 2 weeks ago, and the games look like a mess. I mean, you got a shit ton of stuff to do. It's just if you want to do it. It's just it's an ungodly amount of farming if you're looking at the apostles, which is something you don't need to do, but for certain people they want to have a game complete and they're not going to want to do the apostles. To me it's nothing new because Every damn SAO game is a farming thing. AL just takes it to a whole nother level. Hollow Fragment's the easiest because, I mean, there wasn't random stats in that game. You just had to get the drop. HR, it practically didn't matter. Everything was OP. Lost Song, that pretty much didn't matter. AW pretty much didn't matter. Fatal Bullet, didn't play it too much, but, I mean, you still had to farm, especially for Blue Rose and Night Sky. But yeah, AL out of all of them takes it to a whole nother level. That's probably the thing that killed it the most. Like besides the game having bugs and stuff in the very beginning, the whole farming, like the whole heavy grind that the game does, is what kills it for a lot of the West region players. Because West region people, they don't farm. They don't like to do work. They're lazy as hell. Like, in all my time doing this game and seeing the community, West region players are lazy as hell and they whine so much. Yeah, I mean see that part right there? Yeah, the apostles become redundant if you have DLC too. If you don't, then you're going to go to apostles. Apostles are somewhat redundant, but somewhat not, because you have a better chance at getting the stronger weapons from apostles, because once you got 2 chests, and then once you get them to 999, you got 3 chests. It's better than just going out and killing a divine beast in DLC 2 with only one enemy that you can only get 1 drop. Yeah, that's one big difference about the West and the East, and about Japanese companies. People over there will farm. They will farm, and they don't whine like the West region players. They'll give feedback, but they're more humble and more positive. The West region, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying AL is a perfect game. I just like it myself. But I can still see the things in it that would need to be changed or added on, Like I can get some of the West regions, complaints. I get them, I get it, but I'm not gonna be like them to where I just constantly shit on it. Don't look at the good things, I'm not gonna be like that. Yes, that I can agree with. I don't mind farming, but like you're saying, it's a bit excessive. Yes, it is. There's like, especially whenever extreme raids came out, there's way too many items in a chest, and then the fact that the weapons can have 4 rolls is too much. And then, like, whenever I was trying to get Ronier's Apostle, I was trying to get the accessory from it with Sky Dancer. I, I shit you not. Whenever I went from 500 to 999, I only got 2 of those accessories with Skydancer. Only 2. It is so rare to get that thing with Skydancer. And it's so common too. It's so common, but it's so hard. Supreme Raids aren't even better because they drop normal items from the chest too. Supreme Raids, the letdown for me with Supreme Raids was the bosses were insanely easy. Considering, I mean, I already had a build and everything, and I already knew much about the game, so they were easy for me. But yeah, the regular chests, like the boss chest, like I think the North Raid has the thing you'd be looking for from the North boss chest would be one of the armors for special accuracy, and then back then for East Raid it was the Galactic Jewel, I think, and then but yeah, most of the good items come from regular enemies. Because I remember I was farming East Raid normal mobs for a rapier and a dagger. And even then, the drops are pretty easy. But it still took a long time to get a better roll than, you know, the fixed version. Like the dagger especially, because the fixed version and the better version are somewhat in that same range. And if it's not better, and with the passive I'm looking for, then it sucks. And for me, I have high standards, so it makes farming even longer for me. That's one thing that kills me with this game is that the fact that I myself want something really good. Yeah, they do. I think what they drop is like XT gear from like the apostles, pretty much. I don't know the whole. I can't remember the whole loot pool because it's been so long since I've been to them. But I do remember that they had a lot of the XT items, the old XT items. Yeah, because back then for me, whenever we heard Supreme was coming out, like, I was excited. You know, I was ready to have another challenge again, like Extreme Raids when they first came out, but they were pushovers. Like, literally the hardest part of Supreme was the South Raid with the 2 Mantises. That was literally the hardest thing compared to the bosses themselves. Then do SP Forgive Me Not plus Forgive Me Not or SP Forgive Me Not plus XT Alloy. Spirit, so that would add more. Cause I mean, like, the base version of Forget Me Not is just kinda, eh. I mean, I don't know what the stat difference is compared to an XT Alloy if I had it at 85, but at least with the Alloy you get strength and agility, so Starburst can do more. But I think XT Alloy probably has lower strength than Forget Me Not. Plus, Forget Me Not has attack built in, which, I mean, Alloy has it too, but I don't know if, I would assume Forget Me Not has higher attack than XT Alloy. Yeah. Because back then when we got those, pretty much these weapons right here are pretty much the life cycle of the game. I remember Earthshakers. Those were good back then. The Skyrens. The Light Wolves. Skyrens were really good compared to the Light Wolves back then too. This was literally just for a dual wield tank. And then I was using 2XT alloys back then, but then we saw Almighty Steel Edge, and that's what we were using. Because it was really good for the damage and then the accuracy. The only thing it was really missing was accuracy built in compared to alloy, plus it didn't have a rising spirit, but 2 alloys were really good. I mean, not 2 alloys, two Almighty Steel Edges. 2 alloys were still good as well, but Steel Edge was pretty much the way to go. Because I think when Supreme Raids came out, I was using a Steel Edge and the Forget Me Not. And then once we ended up getting, and then I went to 2 Galactic Jewels from Supreme. Then DLC 2 stuff came out, and that's whenever I was using a Galactic Jewel and the SP Stainless when I got a good one. And then it got to Night Sky, and so now I just use the Night Sky and Stainless. Yeah, pretty much these are, like, these I have are the life cycle of the game right here for dual wield. Okay, so that's still just guarding, so 5 more kills. Yeah, if you can get a SP stainless steel, that would be good. Just not with Parasite. Yeah, you don't want that with Parasite. That would be good for you to have, especially if you can get Unrivaled on it. I say Galactic Jewel out of the question because RNG and haven't seen anything else good enough. Yeah. Because XT Galactic Jewel, that was what? That was Supreme, right? I don't even know if I still have one. I have this, the SP version, which was like yuck. Okay, so yeah, I do have it. Yeah, this is very hard to get. Um, I can't tell you how many times I got the dagger instead of this. I got so many daggers. But yeah, I can understand if you don't want to go for this. This is hard. That is hard. Because I think the loot pool up in the chest for Supreme is way larger than the extreme raids. But yeah, I can understand if you skip that. I think you pretty much can skip it. Like I said, if you get a if you get the 5-star for Forget Me Not, you'll pretty much be good. You'll be all right. get that, and then if you can get the accessory as well from the arena, go for it. That can be a nice addition as well. Actually, let me go check my my thing. To the sheet, apostles, but doesn't list the level. I think the level that stuff starts dropping at is like from 800 to 999, but you'll mainly see it. Yeah, see, I only got 2 of these. I thought I had 4 tickets, but I guess I still only got 2. But yeah, Swordmaster, it's an alright passive for it. But I still just don't get why do they keep vitality on this? Dual wield gets nothing for vitality. Like even one hand, I don't think one hand gets anything for vitality besides the Sonic Leap. Yeah, Sonic Leap is pure vitality, so it would be good for that, but you can still use Night Sky, because I think Night Sky has higher vitality. 692. See, the 692. Oh yeah, that's way higher. See, that's the one that's the thing I'm talking about. Forget Me Not is so much lower than the Night Sky. And no agility too, so. Can't possibly do level 800 without Zen, and even with then my damage would be suffering, so nothing happens until SP Forget Me Not. Yeah. Yeah, because for those level, like those high levels on the Apostles, you're pretty much going to need a SP Stainless or a Night Sky or Forget Me Not. Even the Supreme Raid Galactic Jewel, it can still go on those Apostle levels. I think probably to 999 still. It's just gonna be less compared to a SP Stainless Steel or a or the Night Sky or Forget Me Not stat wise. But yeah, I think the Galactic Jewels from Supreme can go up there, because I think I saw in the server one of the guys was using the Galactic Jewels for a long time on the Knight. Yes, yes. No, the 5-star Night Skies from DLC 2 story. You have to complete the underground ending on Supreme difficulty. I mean, the only part about that is, well, when I first did it, they didn't have the update to where they added the those floor bosses like the Kobold, the Gleam Eyes, Skull Reaper, and all of them. But so now it's going to be a little harder for newer players or returning ones. But the main thing about that fight on Supreme is the time limit. And I can tell you right now, You'll probably have it easier because you'll have a forget me not, but the time limit is the main problem because if you can't get past the time limit, then you're screwed. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know how it is now, but when I was first doing it, it was pretty much impossible with two of those Supreme Ray Galactic Jewels. You might be able to scrape by with it, but it's very, very, very barely. You would pretty much need two SP stainless steels for it for a better run. But once you get past those time limits that you need to get past, it is so hard because you have the time limit. You have the time limit. You have a katana user, and you're solo. Like if this game kept the palette system like Hollow Fragment and Hollow Realization, it would be easier, but it would still be a challenge. But yeah, for me DLC 2, the not fun part is that Broccoli fight. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Whoever decided that that was okay, no. No, no, no. Like that is absolutely the main thing I don't like. I don't like is that I hate it. I would rather go and farm a God Roll Skyrend again than do it. The time waste for me, yeah, it is a time waste. It definitely is. Like it's at least faster to get to now because they cut down some of the story features, but like you do all that work of buffing and swapping, and then you end up either dying or you just can't beat it in time. It sucks. It really does. Like, I want to beat it with the buff swapping method and try to one down. I already can't one down because my katana sucks. But, which means I would have to go for multiple downs, and it's just like, man, like, I don't want to sit there and then get very close to killing him, and then something happens, you know? But, I'll do it one day. I'll do it. Hopefully while I'm doing these apostles I can get a better katana. Yeah, I mean, that's something we definitely didn't see coming, but and like I understand that for people, you know, for new players and like I said, returning players, that is hard. having to be stuck with those characters and then having it to where once you go further in the DLC, you end up, losing members. It's tough. I expected it to be tough anyway, because DLCs don't get easier, but still, it's too much for new players, because then they have to go and get stuff for those other characters. Like even me, I barely had some of the equipment from that I would need for some of these characters. The hardest part for me up in the DLC was Lifa's team, where it was Lifa, Ronie, Tisei, and Silica. I don't know why they decided to make a full team of literally 3 one-handed characters and a dagger character. I don't know why. That makes no sense, but I really had no strong gear for them. Silica, luckily, like later, I ended up getting that new Phantasmagoria dagger, and she became my DPS. But even still, it was still hard. Now it's a joke, because I ended up maxing that dagger, and now I can upgrade Ronie's sword and use her as main DPS. But still, I just don't know why they decided to do 3 one-hands and a dagger. Like, come on. And the worst part is that some of those fights have a small area where you can walk in. Like that fight with Lifa and them, it's small. Like, I'm spending most of my time running around waiting for buffs. Even with cooldown, it's still a long time. And yeah, it's not great. See, Asana's wasn't bad, mostly because even if you didn't have like the best gear on, as long as you could hit them, or if you had like Zen Fighter or something, you were pretty much good. Because I didn't know about this until I was watching my friend share their screen on PlayStation, and they showed me. But that little house, like in that zone, you can jump up on it and just stand up there and wait for your buffs to come back. So that fight can be cheesed easily. Stop using one hand after completing story and use whip, dual wield, and katana. Yeah, back when I first started, I mained one hand in the story, then dual wield. Then during like extreme raids, I was using the other weapons, and then I think the last time I really stopped using the weapons was early on in Memory Arena. I vividly remember using bow, I think on Zixi, and it was god awful. Even with the accuracy that I would have for dual wield, I was still missing, and the damage was not there. It was god awful. Yeah, you can do that. I didn't think of it either, but they showed me. You just got to use a win level 1 so you can jump higher, and you can get up there, call your teammates up there, and just stand up there and wait for your buffs. Sometimes the teammates will go down there, but it's alright. It's a very cheese method. Oh, he's already 520. On to the next. Wanted to use bow, but didn't get to the point of OP when it was strong and came back to learn it was gutted. The main thing about bow, as far as I remember, the main thing about bow that only got gutted was the fact that fixed peer would pretty much instantly hazard. That was the main thing. Because Moment Bite and Fix Peer would instantly hazard mobs, and that's what they nerfed. Besides that, the only other thing that gutted Bow was it never got a down damage bonus. And the fact that every bow that would come out wasn't great. It wasn't good. Like, I think even now the bow is still like, I mean it's better, but it's not. Because I don't even think we still have a bow with strength, dex, and agility. Let me see, because I can't remember what the bow for DLC 2 has. Let me see. Bow. Strength and dex. Yeah, that's pretty much strength and dex. I don't think we've... Okay, never mind, we did. But besides Heaven Striker, I don't think we've ever had a strength, dex, and agility bow ever since. I don't think we have. I think the best bow subjectively is Hidden Mind and it has Vitality. No. No. Because SP Power Shot has higher scaling than the Hidden Mind. You just gotta get lucky. The only thing I don't like about Power Shot Bow is this passive, but if you're using Zen, it won't matter. Yeah, Hidden Mind is not... Yeah, it's not good. If it had strength, it would be better for its time, but it's not the best. I think even Hidden Mind got gutted because I think I probably have the screenshot on my PS4 still, but I think it had strength. I want to say it had strength, dex, and agility when you first get it, but after you complete the story and you get rid of it, you only have this version now, which is Vitality and Dex. I think I still got the old screenshot, but I do remember it was better before you complete the DLC. Let's see, so everybody, King, I guess I'll go to Kobold. I'm gonna go to the bathroom again because this tea is getting to me. Alright. So that's what happened. My Hidden Mind, I didn't realize the completion of the DLC got rid of it. I thought mine bugged. No. That's what happens because the weapons that you can farm in DLC 2, like the DLC 1 exclusive weapons from the Divine Beast, whenever you're first playing through the story and you get them, once you complete it, those weapons are sacrificed to make the forget-me-not. That's why they go away. Like I think some of those were actually really good, parameter wise, before they sacrificed it. Like I think in my old videos where I showed the finish arts for them, I think those are the first version you get, the story version. I think those right there are the story version of it. Let me check. I can probably see right now what the bow had back then. Let's see. What did this have? Okay, so it had strength and accuracy. So still, the strength is way better than vitality. It just didn't have dex or accuracy, so if it stayed the same, it would have been terrible for accuracy. And then I'll also check the other ones to see what they had too. Oh crap, I didn't use Galv. Lock on. I don't think since normal raids we've had a bow with strength, dex, and agility. I don't think so. And back then you would always see a bow character. Like everybody was using bow back then. It was bow and dual wield everywhere. Now you don't. But let's see, the whip. Let's see what this had. Oh god, whip got a big upgrade because it had only agility. It had only agility and it had some attack and accuracy. So the whip got better. Let's see, mace. Mace. Oh my god, mace only had agility and only defense, so it got better. And spear. Spear had strength, vitality, and agility. I don't know, is this the story mode version? I don't know if this is the story mode version. It might be because I don't see a crit stat on it. Oh yeah, that is the story mode version because this one has dex. Strength, vitality, and dex, so... Spear got more... I just realized my mic was muted. I could have sworn I unmuted it, so I was just sitting here talking, realizing that nobody can hear me. I swear I'm bad about that. But I was just saying that I hope in the next one they don't make Paralyzed that bad, because 30%. And then I was also saying I hope in the next game we don't have a like one straight meta like the down and hazard build. I hope we don't have that, because I do want every weapon to pretty much be on the same playing field, you know? Dual wield is always going to be OP because it's two weapons, but I hope they balance it out to where it's not a huge gap between weapons. And hopefully we don't have a pure, meta that you can't, do, that you have to use for everything. Hopefully there'll be more of a build diversity. Because I miss having tanks on my team. I remember when Extreme Ray came out, I would take Liz, and she would be the tank in case any of us die. The down meta isn't like... It's technically not hard to fix at all. It's just... Like, if they made it how, like, Holofragment or Hollow Realization was, where, you just had good things, it would be easy. I mean... it's like... The down multipliers, they're, like, on their own, I think the down multipliers are okay. It's mostly the incarnation, but do or die, I feel like would have to stay, because we don't have good stuff in this game, and bosses just have insane HP. Our stats don't get like, well, I won't say our stats don't get good, because I mean Hollow Fragment. I don't even think Hollow Fragment stats get higher than this. But HR they definitely do. But we just need to be able to do more when the mob is just standing up. And better gear too. We would need higher stats regardless. Even with higher stats still. He's only 516. I feel like I've already killed him so many times. You could rebalance our output and also rebalance enemy level and stats. Yeah, that would have to be a thing. I don't think it would be. Yeah, it would have to be our rebalance output as well, because we only basically tickle somebody when they're standing up, and the enemy level jumps are way too much. Because like we can't actually see what their stats are, but we know they're high. Yeah, the DLC 2 difficulties are massive gaps. I expect that, but for for people who aren't real in-game players, that's a very hard struggle. Yeah, it's a huge jump. Like I said, I expect it to be hard, but yeah, that's too much for majority of the community. Plus, a lot of people don't want to do the down build. They don't want to learn, so they're gonna suffer on that. I remember there was one guy I was helping him and his friend, and I was helping them get geared out, and then I was like, "What build are you running to one of them?" And he's like, "Oh, Sacred Art build." I'm like, I mean, you know, you're gonna have to change that, right? Because you can't do Sacred Art all the way to end game. And this dude just got full on mad at me. I don't know why. I mean, it's the truth. I remember there was seeing some people want to do healer builds, like, but you can't do it in this game. It's actually bad to heal in this game. Yes, that makes sense. Difficulty to be more mechanical than stat block, yeah, that makes sense. Cause I'd rather have a challenge be like something where I have to do something specifically, not just where I have to, you know, purely grind and get my stats up. I don't want it to be like that. Kind of like how it's almost kind of like how Skull Reaper is, where like Skull Reaper and Gleam Eyes, you have to either hazard Gleam Eyes before he does his roar, or Skull Reaper, you have to take out his head before you try to down him because they have those buffs on. Like that's an actual difficulty. On top of you also need the stats to really do stuff to him, but still, like that's all right to me. Because of your QA work, what is that? Like beta testing or something? I'm a pleb, so I don't know these terms. Farm to the Twilight Bell is a challenge? Bro. Oh my god, I remember you farming for that. Those were god awful. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I remember Okay, so yeah, I remember somebody in the server was talking about QA before. I forgot that it meant quality assurance though, but okay. So like what, do you do it for like any game or is there like a certain game genre you test or what? How do you even do those? How do you get really picked? Not farming it next game, you can have the controller. Hey, I'm not farming it twice. I'm not farming it twice. That's another thing about the next game. I already know they're going to be reusing a lot of stuff, which sucks because I want to see new things, new skins. I'm tired of seeing reskins, man. So like if you end up landing a QA test, like do they just send you a copy of the game and you play what they have on that demo and then you just submit a report back and like they pay you for it? AFK cheering. Oh, you're the one in the server yesterday about the stat numbers and stuff, the calculations. Okay, so this kill, and then I think my other one I gotta get to 520 is Skull Reaper. Oh man. Go to an office and they have a thing or a section they want you to play and bug test or balance check. It's kind of a wide scope. Hard to explain with YouTube giving me text limits. Okay, so you can test different things in that department of the game. I always thought it was like they have a demo ready and then you just play it and then you give your feedback on it and then just like try to look out for things as well. That's what I always thought. I didn't know it was like separate sections like that. I've never even seen. So that, and then they'll be at 520. Let's say you're an office worker that plays games. but in a highly specialized way. Okay. Over and over and over, and am I dead yet? Yeah, because I bet it's like this is only my assumption, but I bet it's like you pick what you want to play, you play it, look for any bugs and stuff, give the feedback, then they probably let you do it again. Then you play it again, look for anything else, and then if you find more stuff, then they send it back again, and it just keeps going till there's really nothing, right? That's what I'm assuming. Are Ellie ever picked? They tell me what I, they tell you what to do. But to scratch the surface, I'm getting the gist. Okay. So is that a company that you work for or no? Like you're just a random person that just went there and then they let you do it? Oh, okay. What? My thing died? I mean, my stuff ran out already? Really? Well, kill me. Because I need to take off that AoE too. I screwed that up. Yeah, I might be able to recover. Yeah, I screwed that up again. I can change my stuff now, at least, though. So you work for them on a payroll. The next side of that is the NDA is keeping me from giving any real details to make this easier. Okay, yeah. I figure it's a thing like that. Yeah, I made one. It's like 6 minutes. I just said the Merry Christmas stuff and all that, and then I just basically gave an update on what's probably going to be happening next year. Yep, I'll probably upload that at midnight. Oh yeah, I'm ready to hear it. No. It's nothing like that. Give it up the SAO games. Yeah, that personal stuff. Yeah, I'll be able to chat later. So that should be alright. Just gotta make sure for those buffs to go away. Yep, only time we'll be done with SAO is when it's done. Console wise. I don't think I'll ever touch the mobile games like that though. Because I mean, I have some stuff from like the Variant Showdown, but it's nothing like guide wise or anything like that. Mostly because Kazuto Online, I watch him for that stuff and he does it already, so. Still can't believe my Heavenly Age just ran out that fast. It didn't even feel like it'd been that long. So there we go. I think I gotta wait for him to get out this skill before his stuff disappears. Come on. Buffs, can you please go away? Please? There we go, jeez. Well, I missed the mind break anyway, so. My god, I think it took so long because the slow on him, probably. I'll just make sure to just break his head before even using clear fly. I mean, Galv. So like for the company, I'm guessing. So for the company, I'm guessing what you work like in a QA branch or something like that? Come on, buffs, go away. Really? Mind Break didn't go again? Why? Well, I'm gonna hate this dude once it gets higher. Set up the same way any other team is, I'd imagine. We have a QA lead who dishes out jobs and several QA members who do different tasks and give reports back to the lead. Not sure how programming teams are set up, to be honest, just guessing. Okay. So like, for what you do, does it have any, do you need any like college experience for it? Right, right. Is the pay any good? Bruh, why is my mind break not going? Why? You're literally just in a stun phase. Why are you not hazard? Pay isn't great if you had a degree. You could easily make more as a programmer. Yeah. Cause that's what I want to try to do when like early next year. I do want to try to go into college to try to be to try to do something in game development, or if that doesn't work, maybe something with IT. But the hardest part about that's going to be for me is, of course, it's going to be the 4 years, and then it's going to be the whole math, because I was already not good at math. And see, whenever I graduated school, I graduated from a 6 month program, so I didn't learn a lot of the stuff that you would normally learn while you're in school. I skipped a bunch of steps, but I graduated early. I graduated, I think, like two Yeah, 2 year. I think 2 years early than what I would have if I was still going to normal school. Depends on where the company is based, though. Different states, yeah, they got different averages. I know that. Game designer probably makes more, but that might require some kind of specialized school, maybe. Yeah, yeah, they make a lot more from what I was seeing from some of like the stuff on Indeed, like their hourly and stuff. And it definitely depends on what company you're working for. Depends on what company, where you're at. Yeah, the lead of the teams make more. They'll make more, but they'll most likely get the roughest part of backlash and stuff like that. Dang it, I didn't want to go into that. I don't know why that hazard's still not going on him. You're just in a stun phase, but okay. So leads are more managerial than the actual job too, which isn't what I want. If I would call my hours out trying to figure out a bug that is evasive than be a lead and pull my hair out doing with lots of people. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be a lead either. Like I said, it's too much for me. It would be too much of a responsibility, and the backlash, it's too much. It seems very, very stressful. You gotta go to a bunch of the different branches, make sure everything's right, make sure everything's right on your team, report to higher ups, do all that constantly, and it's just I wouldn't want to do that. I think the main thing is I don't know. I want to do something in game development, but I just don't know what aspect. That's the thing. Yeah. Dang it. I swear this dude is way too aggressive. Look at this. My god. I'm getting shafted with this dude. God awful. Yeah, that would probably be like the easiest one to get like experience started. Because with those type of games, depending on what kind is being made, um, they aren't like too difficult. I want to say, but I got no experience, so it can be a lot harder. But those seem like it would be the best start. The indie type games. Especially if it's a really good indie, like a really good indie team too. Ooh, bro, that right there, I don't know about that now. I don't know about some free workforce, man. Like, nah, I don't know about that. I would say if they don't pay you like, on a set schedule and they just have it to where you're working for free at first, but they still count your hours. And then once they release the game and they get paid, like then they can pay you for all the hours, but nah, I don't think so. It's kind of like an internship. Gotta get in there to show your face, and you can use them as a reference when you apply to a company for actual money. Yeah, true. And plus that can probably also be somewhat good like before you start college because you can get some experience and learn some things that can probably help you while you're doing college classes. And then you can still do that while you're doing the college. And then once you end up finishing college, then you already got some experience. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Just like that. Which I'm pretty sure, like, if you're trying to do something for an indie team, though, you most likely have to do it online because I'm pretty damn sure there's no indie teams near me. That stuff would have to be probably like online and they send you certain files to work through or something like that, right? I'm guessing. Oh, consoles? I don't know. Steam? I mean, I have, Steam. I ended up getting a better laptop, like, I want to say entry level laptop for gaming, but I don't know Steam enough to try that stuff. That still hit me. And somebody froze him. Come on. And then, like, another thing I heard too, like, I mentioned to a friend that I was thinking about going to college for that, and then he mentioned to me, I never heard of this before, but he mentioned to me about certificate programs where you'll basically learn the same thing you would up in college, but faster. I mean, is that real? Oh, no problem, man. Go do your dinner. 517, man. After this kill, I'll go to the bathroom again, and then I'll probably end the stream after I get him to 520. Because we got each one of them up to 520. I think this has been like almost 3 hours now since the last stream crashed. Okay, now it works. I guess I gotta wait for him to go out of that stun phase. Whenever he staggers. I'm guessing he's staggering after I break his head. So I guess I gotta wait for that. That's so dumb. Need a skip for that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that is actually... Like, I looked it up, and it seems like it's a thing, but I don't know if that actually... I don't know. Because, I mean, 4 years you have to go to a college and you can just do a certificate program for extremely less time, depending on how much you keep up with it. I mean, it'd be a no-brainer, but I don't know. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Supposed to wait a bit, especially if it gets slow. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Because he's got to do that little, he's got to get his buffs off, and then he's got to do that little stagger animation showing that you broke the head. Then after that, you can mind break him. It's like, damn. So let's see, I think I got 6 apostles. I got them about each one to up 10 levels, so it's about 60 levels, probably a little bit more that I've gotten today from all of them. Not bad. I mean, I didn't do them this whole week, so it's better. Okay, so there we go. Wait for that to break. There we go. I'll go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this a little bit so I can see him stumble. There we go. Yep, there we go, okay. That's annoying. That's so annoying. I gotta wait for him to do that little stun after you break his head. So, one more. So it's been almost 2 hours on this stream. So yeah, we've got about 3 hours because the other one. So I'll do this kill, go sell, and then I will probably end it. Yeah. Only thing you probably gotta hope for is like after he comes out of that stun animation, hopefully he doesn't immediately activate a skill, if he can. So your mind break doesn't mess up. No, I'll probably just end it, and then I'm probably gonna go, then I'm probably gonna go, you know, do a little bit of the other games, Code Vein and all that. That's probably what I'm gonna do. And then I completely forgot. I need to make the videos on saving the dead characters in AOT. I just remembered that earlier today, and I went to go record one. And I got to do the rest of them, and then I got to do the story mode dire eliminations. Those won't take long though. I just got to go to the mission and then do the certain requirement, and then they'll be saved. So I'll probably do more of that tomorrow, probably. Are you gonna do your Christmas video at midnight? I'm gonna upload it then. Okay. Yeah, that's when I'll do mine, just right at midnight. I already have it, uploaded. I just gotta make it public. I'll probably do a New Year's one as well. I thought I did a New Year's one before, but I guess not. And I thought I did a Thanksgiving one before, but I didn't, so that was my first Thanksgiving one. I also went back and I changed the title for him. I put the year of it. So like last year's Christmas, I put 2021, and probably from here on out, I'll end up doing those. And then whatever game I'm playing at the time, I'll probably just do a voiceover over on that game. So like next year, most likely will be Last Recollection Christmas. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Yep. That's gonna be it for this stream, though. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one tomorrow, because before I did this today, I was debating on either doing AL or Attack on Titan to do my territory recovery mode, but I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'll do some more apostles, because this actually gets me doing them. But it'll either be that or some AOT. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. It was a nice stream. Very nice.